Hey guys, welcome back to our vegan kitchen. It's been a little while. There's a little coronavirus in the air. So I live in New York and currently we are on imminent lockdown. So when you are stuck in the house, you tend to eat things that you don't want to eat. So we're going to try and do something healthy. Maybe.
You guys didn't see this, but I gave like a look.
You know what? There are worse things that you could be eating.
Okay.
This is something that you could do with your kids or with us. Hashtag with us. Stay home and cook with us. It's going to be simple. It's going to be relatively healthy. And by relatively healthy, I mean it's not going to be laden with butter and cream. And I should probably just tell you what we're making. It's turkey tetrazzini, and by turkey I mean soy curls.
Oh.
But you could probably use any chicken turkey substitute that you'd like to use. So you could use some like frozen gardein or something like that, or maybe you could even use some baked tofu in there. I think it would be really good, or possibly TVP would be really good in there too. So the first thing that I'm going to do is rehydrate my soy curls, because that's going to be our chicken. So I've got two different types of...
Chicken or turkey?
It's whatever, tetrazzini. Whatever you want it to be, tetrazzini. So I've got two different kinds here. I've got a liquid and I've got a cube. I'm just going to use the cube one in the blender, and I'm going to use the liquid one here because I don't want to have to like fight with it. So I'm just going to put a little squirt in with that and then pour some boiling water over the top of it and let that sit while we make the rest of the stuff. I've also got my pot on the stove over there ready to boil my pasta, because we're going to boil the pasta most of the way and then we're going to bake the whole thing in the oven. So I'm just going to put... Yeah, that looks very appetizing. I am so sorry.
Could be worse.
It can always be worse.
Could be actual meat.
That's true. Alright, so we're just gonna do like that. Let that sit. I'm not gonna really give you amounts because we're just cooking together today. And you're gonna customize it the way that you want to do it anyway. So I'm just gonna give you a general idea. So now it's time to make the sauce. We're going to do this in our blender today because the traditional way of making this is with a bechamel sauce, and that's not healthy at all. This is going to be a healthier, still delicious sauce for this. So we've got our blender over here. And this is basically going to be like a yellow sauce, but not yellow. It's going to be a white sauce, like a cream sauce. And that means we can't use the pepper, you know, the red pepper, the roasted red pepper. It's going to make it yellow. So we're going to have to try and keep this as light as possible. So first of all, we're going to start with the Bouillon Cube. This is one of my favorite brands, the Bouillon Cube. It's very mild tasting. It's not overly salty. This is another one of my favorites, the organic Imagine vegetable bouillon paste. I don't know where to buy this right now because I've checked like every store, and the only place that I was able to find it was on eBay, and quantities were, I got the last ones on eBay. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Gonna have to find that.
Yeah, I don't know where, if they stop making it or what. Alright, so I got my Bouillon Cube in there. I'm just going to put a little bit of hot water to get it started so that it can break up a little bit. I'm also going to be putting in some granulated garlic. That's like a teaspoon. We're also going to put a teaspoon of granulated onion in there. You know I always measure everything so carefully. We're going to put, that's like a half a teaspoon of salt. and I hear my water's boiling. So I'm going to take my linguine, and you don't have to use linguine. You can use any pasta you like. You can even use elbow macaronis if that's all you have. There's no rule that says, like, you have to use this kind. I mean, maybe there is, but we don't follow those rules, do we?
We make our own.
Exactly. We're disruptors. Alright, so I'm not like the guy who breaks the telephone book in half. Rip it in half, so you do.
You're weak.
I am weak. I'm weak sauce. Let me just give that a stir, because we don't want any cronies. My mom would always call the pasta that stuck together, because she tried to put too much in too small of a pot with not enough water, cronies, because they stick together.
That's hilarious.
Right?
I'm gonna have to ask her about that.
Yeah, ask her about cronies. Back to the sauce. We're also going to put in some lemon juice. They won't let the cap go. That's like a tablespoon. We're going to put in some pepper. Not too much. We're also going to put in some hemp. This is what's also going to provide the creaminess, the natural fat. We're going to do like a half a cup of this. And that's really good for like omegas and everything. And of course, you can't make anything without nooch if you're a vegan. That's not true, but I do like nooch an awful lot.
Love it.
So we don't want this to be too yellow. So we're going to put like 3 tablespoons. Sorry, I was like, wow, that's a big tablespoon, but it's only a tablespoon. So that was 3 tablespoons.
Honestly, I don't care about the colors of food as long as they taste good.
There you go. All right, so we're going to also add in some steamed potatoes, because that's going to give it a lot of substance and it's going to make it nice and thick. And I just happened to have steamed some in my Instant Pot.
Whoa, look at that.
Right?
It's almost like you knew you were doing this.
Oh, what will they say? I have 4 in there, but I'm only going to use 2. So I'm going to have 2 for next time, all ready to go. So we're just going to plop 2 in there. These are already peeled. They were steamed for 15 minutes. And I'm also going to put in some oat milk. Actually, should I put in some oats? No, I'm gonna wing it. I'm just going to put the oat milk. Alright, so we're going to put in like, that's probably like 2/3 of a cup, I would say. We might have to add more depending on how liquidy it is. We want it pretty liquidy because the pasta that we're not cooking all of the way is going to be soaking up some of the sauce too. Alright, let's take this to the bridge. Oh, I love you, Vitamix. How about that? I didn't even need the little plunger thing. Alright, so this, it's a little bit too thick. We want it pretty thin because it's also going to thicken up. So I'm just going to put like another...
Ooh, it smells really good.
Oh, thank you. Another like 1/4 cup of water in there.
Or oat milk.
Of oat milk. Just give it another... Alright, and that is ready. Alright, so I've got my pasta cooked a little more than al dente. I want it to be able to soak up a lot of the juice.
I always thought it was al dente.
It's al dente. I've also got a bag of frozen peas here. You don't even have to like cook them. You just put them in like that. We're going to add, in retrospect, this seems like a lot, and it probably is. We'll add as much as we think is good right now. We can always save the rest for like chicken salad or throw it in a soup or whatnot. So, you know what? I guess that seems like enough. That seems like the right amount. And then we have our sauce over here. And yes, it's a lot of delicious sauce, but again, it's going to get sucked up by the spaghetti, so it's not a big deal if it looks like it's swimming in sauce. Because when we cook it, it won't be. It's going to be pretty solid. Good. So we're going to pour all that we can get in there without it overflowing. Oh my god. We're going to give it a good mix. Actually, I might just take the rest of this sauce and scrape out what I can. No, scrape out what I can and just keep it with the chicken. And then have something with that. But as soon as I get this all mixed up, I'm going to top it off with some breadcrumbs because we're going to do it fancy. We can't really go out anywhere, so we're going to treat ourselves nice. And by nice, I mean, yeah, we got the crispy breadcrumbs on the top. And don't worry, if you're gluten-free, just use gluten-free pasta and gluten-free breadcrumbs, and you will be good to go on this because there's nothing in the sauce that wasn't gluten-free. Oh, that looks so nice.
Yes, it does.
So we got our breadcrumbs. I'm going to dump them on. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I can't believe how good this smells right now.
I know. I'm even surprised. So as soon as that comes to temperature, we're going to pop this in.
What is the temperature?
It's going to be 350 degrees. And we're going to cook it for probably about 40 minutes. 40 to 45 minutes. All right, this just came out of the oven like 3 minutes ago. Nice and crispy on the top.
Oh, baby.
Can't wait to serve it up. All right, so let's get a nice portion here.
That looks so good.
Oh, thank you. This is way too small for this. Wait a second.
Oh, boy.
All right. I need a hefty hideaway.
Ooh.
See how nice and thick the sauce has gotten?
Mm-hmm. Just like Mother said.
That's right. Mother said it, and it will be.
Ooh.
So Maddie's gonna try it. Oh my, it's super hot.
Yeah, it's like steaming.
Try not to burn yourself.
Well,
blow on it like crazy.
No, I will. Just burn myself.
Yeah.
Trying to get a little bit of everything here.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Too bad there's Corona, because we were just on the phone with my mom, and she was like, "Oh, I love turkey tetrazzini."
We'll have to make it for another time.
Yeah. Or we should make it, drop it off at her house, and run away before she gets the door.
Oh my god.
Are you in love?
Yeah, I just want to wash my hands.
Okay. Is this your new favorite dish?
It's really freaking good.
Oh, why, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
See, it wasn't that bad. There was no butter.
Yeah, it was pretty
oil.
easy to make.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in terms of...
Oh, you mean, like, health-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No.
Naysayer.
Well, the potato really...
does a lot.
Yeah.
It does the most.
Mm-hmm. I think you'll be quite pleased with that.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I hope everybody gives it a shot. I'm sure you pretty much have everything on hand to make it. I mean, it's pretty much pantry staples here, you know? Mm-hmm. The pasta, the potatoes, the wig, the glasses, the
it depends which faux meat you're using.
Right, but like we said, there's a lot of different possibilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Share it with a friend.
Yeah, share it with a friend. And share it with us if you make it, because we'd love to see. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're all staying home and staying healthy.
And sane.
Yes. And we'll see you next time. So until then, much love.